sent this letter to somebody that I don't really fuck with. I don't fuck with Miko Trevino like that. I think he is extremely biased. I think he has a horse in the race. And I think he's foolish with some of the shit that he does. He used a little girl's death for views and for clicks. And I just can't respect it. La Barbie shares message with Mika Trevino. Edgar Valdez Villarreal, known as La Barbie, sent me the following statement from federal prison, along with a new unpublished photo. In his own words, he describes what he says is a rare sign of change inside USP Coleman 2. Who knew that was where he was at? I've heard from people in my chat that they've been checked for his whereabouts for about a year now in the BOP and they can't find it. But evidently he says he's at USP Coleman. Edgar Valdez Villarreal, known as La Barbie, sent me the following statement from federal prison. A message of hope and redemption. Deputy Director Josh Smith inspires change at USP Coleman 2. These criminals always cry when they locked up while forgetting the evil and harm they caused. This guy made torturing people on tape famous. But now he got a story about redemption from the director of the whoever the fuck. And why he's smiling? Because he's happy. He's getting redemption. It's sad to see the picture, but that's the reality. You go from the top of the criminal world to looking like that. I've been there. I'm not sad about it. Not for him. Why would I be sad about it? You got a bigger heart than me. Guys, I believe in redemption for anyone. Yeah, I don't. That's where we differ. I don't. It's too convenient sometimes. For those that don't deserve it, it's extremely convenient at times. Yeah, I get it. It's not convenient. You say he's locked up. Yeah, cool. There's no redemption for anybody that was innocent and got taken out by dude, that wasn't, whatever. There's no redemption for them. So, yeah, I'm not sad for him. Look, he's happy, bro. He likes it in there. He got a message of hope from there. So, let's see about it. A message of hope and redemption. Deputy Director Josh Smith inspires change at USP Coleman 2. My name is Edgar Valdez Villarreal, and I want to give full recognition and acknowledgement to one of the most inspirational things I have witnessed throughout my incarceration. In a world that is quick to criticize, that would be me, I believe it is important to recognize those who are making a true difference. Okay. When it comes to the Federal Bureau of Prisons, I have seen that difference through the efforts of the Trump administration and Josh Smith. Well, there it is. To me, that line right there says it all. Redemption in the name of the boss. The guys with the keys to the federal penitentiary. The Trump administration and Josh Smith. All right? Redemption does not mean you free from the consequences of your actions. I agree. Some people want redemption and they don't want a pardon, right? That's real redemption, right? I'm going to serve my debt to society. Nah. Shout out Shannon. I agree, Upper Echelon. I'm a believer in second chances too. Yeah, second chances are for a lot of people. When you stuff people in tires and set them on fire, I don't really give too much a fuck about your redemption. If you hurt children or innocent people, I don't really give a shit about your redemption. Really, I don't give a fuck. So you're saying that cartel killers and the real bosses kiss ass to staff and decide to cooperate? Well, he's kissing ass right now. No, he been decided to cooperate. No, a long time ago. We already covered his cooperation. He been cooperated. That time done passed already. This is just more praise for Trompito. I love you, bro. What your receipt book look like when it comes to pardons? But we'll see. So I also respect your opinion. I understand why you feel that way. It's easy to find God after you done tortured everybody you was going to torture and you can't do it no more. Has there ever been anybody in the cartels that is known that did all of these horrible fucking things, but in the middle of the game, they found God and left everything alone? Or they found redemption and left everything alone? No, it don't work out that way sometimes. Do I get secondhand redemption? Cool, yeah, you got secondhand redemption, that's fine. All right, but it also depends on who you are as a person. And I don't think some people are fixable. And I don't think some people deserve the pass for the shit that they do. Meanwhile, there's people that didn't do shit and they down bad. Miss me with the sympathy. They didn't sympathize for the motherfuckers that was stuffed in them tires, tied to them trees. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. I was sitting in the front row when Mr. Smith spoke, and I heard his message firsthand. He made it clear that he's offering two choices to incarcerated individuals across the United States of America: the stick or the carrot. The stick represents accountability and being tough on criminal activities such as drugs and violence within institutions. But it was the carrot that truly stood out to me and to many others in that room. That is what brought him to our facility, to extend a hand of grace and opportunity to those who are willing to change. He He spoke about rewarding those who demonstrate rehabilitation, who take part in programs. Listen, to me, a lot of that shit feels like the same manipulative tactics people use in the game to get what they want. Yeah, okay, cool, yeah, I'm gonna do all the programs. I'm gonna be repentant. That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like, let me give props to these important people. See how that goes. Anything will do. He spoke about rewarding those who demonstrate rehabilitation, who take part in programs, and who are actively preparing themselves to re-enter society one day. That message hit home for all of us. For many men in here who have felt forgotten, it was a powerful reminder that change is not only possible, but recognized. Would there have been redemption for Jeffrey Dahmer? From what I've witnessed, doors are beginning to open for us in ways that have never before. You know who doors don't open for no more? All of the motherfuckers you killed. No doors for them. Were some of them pieces of shit? I'm sure. Were some of them not and didn't deserve what they had coming? I'm sure. No doors for them. There is now a real opportunity to earn our way forward, to be rewarded for our efforts. Man, they want rewards. And to move toward freedom through merit, discipline, and personal growth. Sitting there in the front row, I did not just hear words. I saw a vision for change. And I can say without hesitation that it inspired me. I get it, bro. I get redemption for the guy that's a drug addict and commits crimes and has to fix his life. There's levels to this shit, bro. And everybody ain't created equal. Miss me with the bullshit.
Bullshit.
I believe in redemption too. I just don't blanket everybody with it. Same way I can't blanket everybody for what their people do. Everybody don't get redemption. That FedEx driver that kidnapped the little girl and killed her, he don't get no fucking redemption. David and whoever did what they did to Celeste, they don't get no redemption. I am speaking from first-hand experience. Something I witnessed with my own eyes while sitting in the front row. A lot of people witnessed with their own eyes a bunch of shit that you did on these videos, on these torture videos. What I saw that day was not just another event or presentation. It was something real. Something powerful, something that truly moved every man in that room. For a long time, many of us in here have felt broken and abandoned. That's the real reality of incarceration. But what I witnessed changed the atmosphere. It brought a sense of hope, purpose, and strength that I have not seen in a long time. It empowered everyone in that space. These were Christians coming from Washington and many other places who did not just come to speak, but to uplift, to connect, and to remind us that we were not forgotten. Ah, Dito. Oh, mommy's way. Aww. Miss me with the bullshit, man.
No mommy's way.
I felt inspired in a way that's hard to put into words, that reached something deeper, something real that every man in the room could relate to. Because of that, I felt it was necessary to speak out and say something. You felt it? Because you have a name that people will use? How about the other guys that were in that group? They got a name that they could use to put out there and talk and get their points across? And people say, oh, but Shai, man, you know, he's human. And miss me with the bullshit, man. I don't care. Because of that, I felt it was necessary to speak out and say something. People on the outside need to understand what is being done for those of us on the inside. There are real efforts being made to help us rebuild our lives. There's no rebuilding for them other people. To give us tools, guidance, and a second chance. I want to express my deepest gratitude to the Trump administration. There it is right there, man. That's all this was. This was, let's talk to fucking Superman and let's see what Superman could do for us. Yeah, we talked to Superman. We see what Superman got to say about it. I also want to say this clearly. Damon Talbot is one of the strongest supporters of the inmates at USP Coleman II in his role as reentry coordinator. He's given us the tools necessary to live faith-based, constructive lives as men preparing to re-enter society and reintegrate with our families from a real and honest perspective that truly resonates with everyone. Let me ask a question. How many people did he snitch on? Because didn't he get sentenced to 49 years? When's your re-entry? When you re-entering, Papa? Huh? You seem a little smiley. Maybe he knows something we don't know. Someone who really changed would accept the consequences for their actions, even if it's life in prison. Prison is not rehabilitation for everyone. For some people, it's a cage to keep these motherfuckers. But it's just funny to me that after they do all the torturing and after they do the time, now all of a sudden, redemption song. From where I sat in the front row, I can say this without hesitation. What is happening is real. It matters. And it's making a difference in the lives of men. And here's another motherfucking thing that makes me mad. Has he ever sent a letter and denounced the cartel? Has he ever sent a letter and said the cartel ain't shit because they operate like this? I'm embarrassed that I was a part of that bullshit. I'm embarrassed that I was the kind of monster that I was. Or do they just want to tell us about what's going on in jail? We don't give a fuck. We not in jail. You in jail. We do not care.
We do not care.
We do not care. We do not care. Do we want people mistreated in prison? No. And people say that to me when they say, "Oh, Chapo, what do you think? What do you think, Shy? Chapo shouldn't have human rights?" I think if you deny somebody human rights, you should probably shut the fuck up about yours. If you've denied someone human rights, you should probably shut the fuck up about yours. I don't mean that for everybody that everybody should be treated like shit. I don't think you should be treated like shit. But I ain't gonna coddle you. I don't care.
We do not care.
We do not care. But yeah, I hear all of this. Oh, they're doing so many great things for us. Okay. Have you ever sent a letter to denounce cartels or just to kiss Trump's ass? And how is this guy talking about? I mean, he gonna get resentenced or something because he had 49 years from what I recall. I can say this without hesitation. What is happening is real. It matters. And it is making a difference in the lives of men who are working every day to become better, to do better, and to return to society with a purpose. They gave us something many of us have been missing: hope. Fuck you. If the twins were ruthless fucking abusers of power that just wanted to step on everybody's neck, including the innocent, that were just fucking gluttons for all that shit, I'd feel the same way about them. Cut the shit. In a powerful demonstration of leadership and compassion, Federal Bureau of Prisons Deputy Director Josh Smith continues to make a meaningful impact by prioritizing education, rehabilitation, and incentive-based programs for incarcerated individuals. He did a drop for the Josh Smith and Trompito. He did a public service announcement for it. This is the same as a campaign donation right here. That's all this is. This is what he chose to use his platform for. This is what he chose to use his time for. Continues to make a meaningful impact prioritizing education, rehabilitation, and incentive-based programs for incarcerated individuals. Through initiatives aligned with the First Step Act and the Second Chance Act, Mr. Smith is focused on expanding programming and rewarding inmates who demonstrate genuine efforts towards self-improvement. On April 7, 2026, Deputy Director Smith, accompanied by several formerly incarcerated men who were granted clemency under the Trump administration, visited USP Coleman in Florida as guest speakers. Among those present were Michael Santos, Struggle Jennings, Duke Tanner, Michael Harris, Damon West, Brandon Terrell, Jason Bryant, and Ted Gray. Their visit brought a renewed sense of hope and inspiration to the inmate population. Many described the experience as transformative, encouraging them to remain committed to personal growth and rehabilitation.
No mommy's wake.
Bow, that's my question, Quasi. Did he ever apologize publicly to his victims, families? Did he ever denounce the cartel? No, he quietly went in there, he did all his talking, and then he found God. And now he uses his platform, which Intel uses the other goofball. And you know, there's a saying in Spanish, dime con quien andas y te digo quien eres. Tell me who you move around with and I'll tell you who you are. It's not lost on me that he sends this message to Mika Trevino. You know, he decided to use his platform for some political speech about how good they're doing, you know, for guys like him in jail. I don't give a fuck.
Shut up, bitch!
That's how I feel about it. The speakers shared powerful testimonies of their journey from failure to redemption, reinforcing the message that change is possible, regardless of one's past. A particularly impactful element of the visit was the presence and sincerity of Deputy Director Smith and his staff. Oh man, we heard you. Witnessing leadership engage with compassion, pray alongside inmates, and express genuine empathy left a lasting impression. For many, this level of humanity within the criminal justice system was unprecedented. The event also highlighted the influence of Michael Santos' Prison Professors Program, which has provided inmates with valuable tools, educational resources, and a platform to showcase their progress. Through this program, individuals are empowered to develop the skills necessary for successful reintegration into society. For the past 4 years, USP Coleman 2 has faced significant challenges, including staff shortages and extended lockdowns. However, following the deputy director's visit, noticeable changes have occurred. Inmates have been allowed increased access to programming and more time outside of their cells, signaling a shift toward a more rehabilitative environment. One of the most emotional moments of the event came when Deputy Director Smith read the names of 5 individuals who were granted early release due to their exceptional conduct and commitment to rehabilitation. This act symbolized the real-life impact of merit-based incentives and offered tangible hope to others striving for a second chance. Out of approximately 1,000 inmates at the facility, only 210 were selected to attend the event. Individuals chosen based on strong work ethic, clear conduct records, and high levels of program participation. Being among those selected was described as both an honor and a blessing. All of the attendees left the gathering with a renewed sense of faith, purpose, and belief in a system that at its best recognizes the value of redemption. The visit served as a reminder that meaningful change is possible when leadership, compassion, and opportunity comes together.
We do not care.
We do not care. I ain't heard nothing about this motherfucker for a long time. He want to come and tell me how they're giving opportunities in jail. So I ain't got nothing against finding God, being a man of faith, but you can definitely use finding God as a trump card all day long, all puns intended, in order to try and get out, which is disingenuous. And that's where Jay Flores and me miss. Being that he's been there, he don't see the disingenuous part of it. Okay, cool. You don't have to. I see it. He feel bad for this guy right here looking like this, dressed like this. He feel bad for him. I don't fucking feel bad for him. Oh man, you know, 1 minute you're at the top, next minute you're dressed like that. I don't feel bad for him. Fuck him. He chose, right? What do you say all the time? Oh, it's part of the game, right? All right, it's part of the game. Fuck what we talking about? So there's the letter, bro. He basically said nothing. He said they're trying to make shit happen in here for us. Okay, cool.
We do not care.
I've never heard you denounce the cartel. Never. Not once. Not even a little bit. None of them. But they all want to talk about letters and preaching and rehabilitation, and maybe that dude that you tied to that tree or stuffed in that tire and set on fire, maybe he wanted a shot at redemption too. Maybe he wanted to make up for his wrongs, huh? But I'm supposed to give a fuck about your letter? I'm supposed to care that you think that you got redemption coming? Fuck out of here. And let me tell you something. If I tortured people, bro, if I was a monster, I would never expect. I'm a realist. That's the difference between me and a lot of people. I'm a realist. I would never expect anyone to give a fuck about my redemption. And people say, you say that now, Shy, but if you were locked up, I don't care. It's where I'm at. It's what it is. I don't give a shit. Jeffrey Dahmer don't get redemption. These dudes, they can get out of jail. They can go, but there's no redemption. It's all disingenuous. It's all a scam, just the way the cartel was. It's a scam. So, you know, please, miss me with the bullshit. I'd appreciate that.
Bullshit.
Thank you. It is what it is. Need I get redemption. And this guy right here, I don't fuck with you, dog.